Hello, and welcome back to the original Larry D's Food for Thought. Today we will, of course, be reading out of the Old King James Bible. Be reading uh, a little bit from the Old Testament and from the New Testament to the law and to the testimony. Uh, Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Okay? I'll also be going over a few scriptures today concerning the title, In the Last Days, Perilous Times Shall Come. So get ready. In the last days, perilous times shall come. So get ready. Okay? I'm going to share these scriptures with you right quick here. You can jot them down if you like. But yeah, people, I'm telling you something. Everybody talking about, well, I'll be glad when the Lord comes. But tell you something, after we go over these scriptures today, you might want to change that statement, okay? But you see perilous times now, but you think that's something, you wait. It's going to get worse. It's going to get a whole lot worse, especially when prior to the Lord coming and when the Lord get here. It is going to be devastated. And nobody's ready for this. Why? Because they do not read the Bible, okay? But anyway, I'm going to stop sharing these. We're going to go ahead and start with these scriptures here. And we are going to start this in 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy, the third chapter. And I'm going to start reading at verse 1. And it reads, This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And we see in perilous times as of this day. Okay? Verse 2, for men shall be lovers of their own selves. You seeing that, right? Oh, covetousness, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents. Look at that. Kids don't even listen to their parents anymore. Going doing what they want to do. All right. Unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, those that's trying to do good. You hate those. You hate them. Verse 4, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. Verse 5, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. But all these things, man, you seeing now. I'm going to tell you something. Oh, just like the Lord had it written, though. I said, know that the time is near when it get back just like it was during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, also during the time of Noah. He said during the time of Noah, when the Lord destroyed the world by water, look, he said the thoughts of man is continuously evil. And then look at that, what happened during Sodom and Gomorrah, man. The land was full of sodomites. What do you see now? Batch up. Can't turn around. Men marrying men, women marrying women. What kind of foolishness is that? Okay. But let's uh let's go on. Let's go a little bit further here. Uh Hmm. Let's stay in Second Timothy. I'm gonna start reading let's see, Second Timothy, the fourth chapter. I'm gonna start reading at verse 3. And it reads, For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. And that time is now, people. But after their own lust shall they heap them to themselves teachers having itching ears. They hire those cats to stand before them every first day of the week, every Sunday morning, and tell them what they want to hear. And if they don't tell them what they want to hear, what they do? They're gonna fire them and hire somebody that's gonna tell them what they want to do because they rather hear a lie than the truth. Look at this here. Verse 4, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables. Okay? And that's all you got today is fables. You can eat anything. All you got to do is pray over it. I'm going to tell you something. We're going to read something today. Going to tell you, you're going to take a second look at that thing about eating whatever you want to eat. But it would behoove everybody to read the 11th chapter of Leviticus. I'm going to tell you something. The Lord got that dietary law written, and he mean what he say. Malachi the third chapter, he tell you plain and simple. He do not change, and he is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Okay, so we're gonna go a little bit further with this thing here. Let's go back over here to Matthew's right quick. Let's go to Matthew's, let's see, we're going to Matthew's 24. I'll show you some stuff because this stuff here, man, we're looking at it every day, but people just, it flies by their head like a bullet. They don't see it. But if you bother to sit down and read this Bible, all you got to do is look at it. You'll see it. But we're going to Matthew 24. I'm going to start reading at, let's see, verse 7. And it reads, For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. And you seeing all that now, okay? Uh, Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay, you see these perilous times, but they just the beginning of sorrows. Okay, verse 10, and then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another, man. You see that all the time. Verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. There's no love for anybody anymore. Look around you. You can't even wave at somebody, man. They looking at you crazy. But I tell you, we're on them times right now. But take a look at this here. Verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world, so to this time no, nor ever shall be. You see how bad? You think it's bad now? You wait. Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So I'm gonna tell you something, man. These people got all these nuclear weapons right now. One man push a button, another man push a button. I tell you what, they'll kill everything, everybody. Okay, so the Lord gonna have to come and cut it short. Otherwise, he won't have nobody to come back and save. All right, but let's go on here. Let's go over here to Isaiah right quick. On Isaiah 24. I think it's 24. Wait a minute. Isaiah 34. And take a quick look at this here. Show you Isaiah 34. And I'm going to start reading at verse 1. And it reads, and listen close, because this here is the Lord speaking through the mouth of Isaiah. Okay. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. He's speaking to everybody. Okay, and that is here. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all his armies. He has utterly destroyed them. Now, this is future, people. Okay, this is future. So he has utterly destroyed them. He has delivered them to the slaughter. You ain't the Lord coming back here rubbing you on the back. He come back here doing some slaughtering. All right. Verse 3, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Ooh, Lord coming back here doing some killing, people. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all the hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. People, the Lord coming back doing some hurting. All right, verse 8, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. The Lord gonna show who Jerusalem belonged to. And it ain't them people over there occupying it now. Okay. But excuse me. Let's go a little bit further. Let me go over here to Revelations right quick. I want to show you this. Going to Revelations 6th chapter. Revelation 6. I'm gonna start reading at verse 12. And it reads, and I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. What people say, oh, I'll be so glad when the Lord comes. Do you? The Lord said, don't wish upon that day. What is in it for you? Okay, verse 13. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Verse 14. And the heavens departed as a scroll. Remember we just read that over in Isaiah about the heaven scroll? We talking roll back. That's that water you looking at every day up there. Yeah, I mean, ain't just gonna roll that water back and crack that sky. Yep. When it is rolled together as and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne. Ooh. Mm. And from the wrath of the Lamb. Hey, people, Lord got some wrath coming. Them people, all them people, man, think they don't believe in his word. They gonna believe then. Hey, verse 17, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? It's gonna be tough, people. Telling you. Let's go over here to let's go to Joel right quick and show you this here. I'm gonna tell you, people, this thing is gonna be devastating. You think it's bad now? Yes, you wait. That's how I see it, man. Perilous times shall come in the last days. So you better get ready because it is going to get worse. Okay. Going to going to Joel, the second chapter, and start reading at verse 1. And it reads, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. I'm tell you something. Lord made a statement when he was on the earth that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. How close you think we are now? All right, verse 2. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. I told you, you don't want to worship on that day. It's going to be a terrible day. There has not been ever the likes, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Man, let's see. Excuse me. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth, and the land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yeah, and nothing shall escape them. Ooh, that's the Lord's sanctified army. An army he got set apart, doing his bidding. It's gonna be a huge army, and they gonna wreak some havoc on this earth, people. Okay. Telling you, let's see, verse 6. Before thy face, the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. Day you don't want you don't want to deal with. All right. But let's go a little bit further, man. But I'm gonna tell you something. You got people keep saying, oh, you can eat anything. All you got to do is pray over it. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna read to you something. And this is future here. Lord come. Be listening to those cats telling you all you got to do is you eat anything, all you got to do is pray over. I'll tell you something, man. Lord ain't playing no games. When he had that dietary law written, he meant it. All right. So let's go to Isaiah 66. I'm start reading at verse 15. I was going to read a couple of verses, but I'm going to read a few more. Okay. Verse 15, and it reads, but for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger and fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. Verse 16, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. And he ain't talking about rubbing you on the back when he say plead, okay? And the slain of the Lord shall be many. You see that? Lord coming back doing some serious killing. Verse 17, they that sanctify themselves are those that separate themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst. What tree is that? Hiding behind Satan the devil. Look, eating swine's flesh and the abomination in the mouth shall be consumed together, said the Lord. So all that pork bacon and pork sausage and pork chops, hog maws, chitlins. Keep eating it if you want to. When the Lord comes, he got something waiting on you. Okay, what did he say right here? See, all gonna be consumed together. All right, take heed to that. All right, verse 18, for I know thy works and thy thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. You're going to see the Lord's glory. I'm telling you. Let's go right over here to Jeremiah right quick. A couple more places to go here. Let's see. Jeremiah 7, and I'm going to start reading at verse 18. So I'm going to say, wait a minute. No, verse 19. And it reads, and it's the Lord speaking by the mouth of Jeremiah. See what he's saying here. Do they provoke me to anger, saith the Lord? Do they not provoke themselves to the confusion of their own faces? Verse 20. Therefore, thus said the Lord God, behold, mine anger and my fury shall be poured out upon this place, upon man, and upon beasts, and upon the trees, and of the fields, and upon the fruit of the ground, and it shall burn and shall not be quenched. Boy, I'm telling you, it's going to be a terrible day, people. You think perilous times now? Just you wait. So therefore, get ready. All right. Let's go to this last place right quick. Let's go to Revelation. So go to Revelation 22. And we're gonna start reading at verse 7. Man, this particular verse right here is in red. So this is Jesus talking to himself. All right. And it reads, behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. People, read this book. Okay. Read this book. Verse 18, for I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. Verse 19, and if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life. Tell you something, you get your name blotted out of that book of life, people, you're going to have yourself a major problem for eternity. Okay? And out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book, people, read this book. Okay? In the last days, perilous times shall come, so get ready. So with that food for thought, think on these scriptures and words throughout the course of the day. And until next time, peace.